Mel Simon's back at ringside, wrestling fans, for the New England Sports Promotion. And coming into view are three sensational wrestlers. To my left, Silvana Souza, Tony Ulysses, and to my right, Frankie G. Now I understand Silvana Souza, besides being an outstanding wrestler...
Hold on. Mr. Souza to you. Mr. Souza, our fabulous manager, Mr. Souza.
Mr. Souza, combination wrestler extraordinaire and manager.
Well, I'd like to say one thing, Mr. Simons, and it is your pleasure. I got the World Tag Team Champions. I got the Dungeon Master, who'll be coming into view. I don't have to do any talking. We do our talking in the ring. There's nothing more to say. Every time I'm in a match, people interfere in my matches. They walk around the outside.
You know what
they
it is,
get me
brother?
all upset.
They're jealous.
And I can't take it.
They're just jealous.
Now I'll let my men talk.
They haven't got a chance and they know it. They're trying all tactics, trying all kinds of moves, and they still can't come up with something to beat me and my partner. There's no way you're going to beat the boys from Bass Street. It's just no way. Tony, tell them what it's about, baby.
Listen, baby, when you're talking about the Soul Man, when you're talking about my main man, Mr. Gullah, and our fabulous manager, Mr. Souza, I mean, what else can you say? We're the best combination there is going right now.
Want?
I mean, hey, you know, we speak for ourselves. We're the champs. Anybody that wants to wrestle us, put your name on the dotted line, prove yourself a man, and so that we can beat the hell out of you. That's simple. Hey.
They separate us. They separate us tonight. We're gonna see who's power and who's not power, because I know the guy I wrestle. There's no way this guy is gonna do anything.
One thing. Not to cut in.
Him.
This
and like
is a
I said
battle
to this
royal
clown
tonight.
out there, I'm gonna rip his face off.
You gentlemen have
gets
your...
in my way, I'm gonna rip
This is
their
a
face
battle
off.
royal. We stick together. You know what that means? There's 4 now.
That's right.
4 against whoever's in there.
Why be greedy?
Why be greedy? We'll
Mr.
split it.
Souza,
We share everything together.
15-man battle royal.
I don't
You gentlemen
care.
have your hands full. this
Doggy
evening.
dog. Frank will tell you.
Listen, Mel, I can sum it up in one word for you, baby. Right here. We're the champions. We're going to go in the battle royal. We're going to win the battle royal for our manager, Mr. Souza, and we're going to bring the money home, baby. We're going to go out and party, get some champagne, get some nice fine ladies from Bad Street there, and then we're going to just have a good old time, man. Am I right, my man?
Just watch and see what happens. Just remember.
I'm looking forward, Mr. Souza, as I'm sure all our fans
quite
are.
a few guys. Everybody better watch
out.
out.
Castoli goes. They can stick their karate up there, you know what.
That's history, brother.
Because it didn't get them nowhere last time, and it's not going to get them nowhere in the future.
This
It's
is professional wrestling. This
It's
isn't
body
karate.
contact. It ain't karate. I'll take his foot and I'll stick it, and he'll look kind of funny with a foot hanging wherever I put it. Right? Am I right?
You got that
And
right.
what's he
baby.
gonna do?
You know,
Throw a
that's
stump
what
at me? He's gonna throw a stump?
that's what I love about
Throw a
my
stump?
that's what I love about my main man. He says it just the way it is. All right.
Thank you very
World
much.
Tag team chance, baby, right here.
Tag team chance. Soul brother Tony Ulysses, Frankie G, managed by Silvana Souza.
Hey, this is Rocky Raymond, the Boston bad boy, right here at Revere TV. Want you people to watch all the great wrestling. We got legends of pro wrestling for all the matches over the Boston Garden with all the great names like Bruno Sammartino, Superstar Billy Graham, all the legends, Gorilla Monsoon, the names go on and on, the Russian Bear Ivan Koloff, and you can believe it, right here at Revere TV, you can watch legends from 8 to 9, and you can watch the best of Empire Pro Wrestling from 9 to 10, so be there.
Originally from Mexico City, and now wrestling out of Beverly, Massachusetts, at 218 pounds, El Magnifico.
Okay, yo. Play the music. Put it on play. Play the music. Put it on play.
El Magnifico. His opponent,
back at ringside here with the East-West Wrestling Alliance. Frank the Moose Gala in the ring against Mexico City El Magnifico. This should be a great battle tonight. Also, in the corner of Frank Gala, the most controversial Silvana Souza, who's been in the WWF for a long time. And he is going to be a favorable opponent tonight for El Magnifico. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. They tie up now. El Magnifico into a top wrist lock. Frankie G, the Moose Gala, looks like he may have the upper hand because he's a strong. Oh, El Magnifico with a leg trip on the big man, Moose Gala. Later on this evening, we have a special main event for the East-West Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. Cyclone Ricky Sexton will be meeting the Soul Brother tonight here in Danvers. Back to the ringside, chicken wing by Moose Gala. El Magnifico looking for a counter to get out of this most prestigious hold. Going for the head. Oh. Oh, he reverses it. The big Moose goes to the ropes. And the crowd goes wild here in Danvers. Mr. Silvana Souza lurking around the ringside here. Tie up. Front face headlock by El Magnifico out of Mexico City. A reversal by the big Gala. A go behind. Oh, another reversal. And the Gala goes to the ropes again. Ladies and gentlemen, he goes for those ropes. Oh, Silvana Souza. Up on the ring apron now, the referee counting. Pushes him back to the corner. Strength of a bull. I should say a moose. Frank the Moose Gala pushes him back again, ladies and gentlemen. Back at ringside. He pushes the moose back. And again. Whoa. Big drop kick. Whoa. Top rope, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. Over the top. Ladies and gentlemen. Over the top. Oh, a low blow by Gala, and low blow. Oh, and a big booty. Looks like El Magnifico is hurt at this point. Uh-oh. Looks like, yes, he's winding that arm up into a wrist. Got a wrist lock on into a chicken wing. Oh. Looks like he's choking from this view. Yes, Moose Gala is choking him. The referee can't seem to get in there. He's choking him.
forearm to the head of El Magnifico. Big elbow. Big elbow. Breaking the boot across the eyes of the man from Mexico City. I bet he wishes he was back in Mexico City right now. Big slam. Off the ropes. Oh! Nobody home. Nobody home. Frank Geller out on the apron now. Looks like he's going back to the dressing room. Looks like he's going back to take a powder. Mr. Silvano Souza over there. Like, oh, you better watch out. Looks like they're having a little argument at the ring apron here. El Magnifico just standing about. Go behind. El Magnifico. Going for those ropes. Geller going for those ropes. He pulls the leg. Magnifico going to town on the leg of Moose Geller. East-West Wrestling Alliance is bringing you the best stars from New England and around the world. El Magnifico as Frank the Moose goes for the ropes again. In the ring, here comes, and he looks mad this time. The Moose, is he coming in or is he going out? Big suplex coming up, fans. Here we go. Big souffle. Yes! It looks like 1, 2. El Magnifico. Silvano Souza. Back to that leg. El Magnifico back on the leg lock. Paul Richards. Uh-oh, looks like yes. Oh, big foot. Oh, looks like he's on the receiving end. Oh, a big knee lift by the Big Moose. Off the ropes. Big elbow. 1, 2. Kicked out again. Frankie Gula, the Moose, with a front face headlock on El Magnifico. He looks like he's bearing down with all that weight, fans. Mr. Silvano Souza, former WWF star, coming into the East-West Wrestling Alliance with a couple of big hitters. like he's catapulting his neck over the ropes. Oh! Mr. Silvano Souza at ringside, coaching his man on for another victory here in St. John's Prep in Danvers. Coming over to the table now, Mr. Souza looking on very, very intense. On the table. Right over on the table, fans. Mr. Silvano Souza right here on the table. Oh, El Magnifico right down, fans. Right here. He throws him back in. The ropes, Irish whip. Big back body drop. Oh, Magnifico. 1, 2 count. Another 2 count. The fans are going wild here at St. John's Prep. He raked the eyes of El Magnifico. Outside the ring, Mr. Silvano Souza. Outside the ring. Looks like he's throwing him back in. Oh, a big body slam. Oh, Silvano Souza. He pulled the leg. He pulled the leg of El Magnifico. Silvano Souza. He's going out after him. Mr. Silvano Souza. They're going at it at ringside. Here comes the Long Rider. The Long Rider's in. That's it. That's it. They're going to ring the bell. Outside the ring. They're gonna stop it. Oh, they're gonna stop it, fans. They're going at it here. They're going at it all the way out to the arena. And it looks like I think this is going to be called for a double disqualification. Double count out at ringside.
With the living legend Bruno Sammartino, it's me, it's BBB, the only man that can bring the oldest, the best, the foundation of professional wrestling to Boston. Here he is, the living legend Bruno. Tell him a couple of words in Italian, Bruno.
Well, a tutti voi cari paesani di qui di Boston, sono tanto contento di trovarmi qui in Boston, vi saluto a tutti e vi ringrazio sempre per tutti gli anni fa che mi avete dato tanto il coraggio e il supporto qui a Boston.
And remember to watch Empire Pro Wrestling, the best of the best. The living legend's going to be there. The interview's coming. Watch it from 10 to 11 on the Grade 8 with who? The living legend.
Well, thank you, Rocky. Looking forward to it.
The best there is. Bruno Sammartino. Be there.
I can't wait.
that Rocky Raymond right now must be wondering about his nephew. He hasn't had a lot of time to consider his nephew and the condition that his nephew's in. He's had to come out here and wrestle, and I'm sure that plays heavily on his mind. Now we have at this time entering the ring, ladies and gentlemen, we have Savannah Souza and what appears to be the Siberian Hammer. And the Siberian Hammer, for some reason, is sporting a sling around his arm. I'm not sure what this means. Well, we have a change here. Apparently, the Siberian Hammer, Playboy Rocky Raymond was supposed to go against the Siberian Hammer. And now Savannah Souza has decided to take the place of Playboy Rocky Raymond. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't understand this. They said that Rocky Raymond was supposed to fight against the Russian. And then Savannah Souza offered to take his place. And then all of a sudden, it must have been just a diversionary tactic so that the Russian could immediately get the upper hand. He took that sling off. That arm is apparently not hurt whatsoever because he's now pummeling Rocky Raymond without any feeling at all in that arm, apparently. He took that sling, just whipped it off, used it to choke him. The fans are not happy with the Siberian Hammer at all. They do not like him. They do not like what he's done. Playboy Rocky Raymond hasn't even had a chance to take his shirt off. The Siberian Hammer has jumped him. I don't know what he plans on doing with him. Oh, tremendous knee lift. Tremendous knee lift by the Siberian Hammer. He apparently feels extremely confident as he's strutting around, taking his time. Of course, the fans showing their feelings about Russia. And Playboy Rocky Raymond seems to be hurt. He never has been able to come back from that tremendous attack as Savannah Souza had conveniently distracted him to allow the Russian to attack him from behind. And this is all the Russian seems to be doing, is just mounting this attack against him. I would think at this point he could probably pin him, but he's not even interested in it. He just wants to dish out a tremendous amount of pain. Another boot to the chest of Rocky Raymond, another one. Oh, and he's picking him up. A big slam. A big slam by the Russian. Rocky Raymond is taking off his shirt now. The first time he's been able to get his shirt off, we're already well into the match. Oh, missed him. He ducked him that time, and Rocky Raymond comes up with a tremendous left, throws him into the ropes. Boom, a tremendous clothesline. Now Rocky Raymond's back on his feet. The Russian wants no part of it. The Russian does not want any part of Rocky Raymond at this point. Oh. Into the ropes. A tackle. Good shoulder block by the Russian. A nice hip toss by the Playboy, Rocky Raymond. Oh, he's trying to get the mask. He's trying to get the mask off, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying to pull the mask off of the Russian, but he cannot get it off. The mask is tied tightly around the Russian, I'm sure. He does not want anybody to know his identity. The Russian now with a headlock. Playboy throwing him into the ropes. Oh, tremendous leapfrog and into the referee. The Russian has hit referee Phil Lucino, and the referee is now out. Rocky Raymond up, rolls him up. He definitely could have a count of 3 here easily, but the referee is out. The referee is out. Rocky Raymond should have easily had a count of 3 as he rolled up the Russian, but Phil Lucino was hurt, and now Rocky has made a big mistake by turning his back on the Russian, who has recovered. and now he has gone over, and he is now on the bad end of this particular Russian athlete. A tremendous size in this Russian, huge individual. Very, very difficult to put up with a man with this size and this strength. But Rocky Raymond is still making a comeback. Tremendous power slam by Playboy Rocky Raymond. 2, 3. What we had here is, wait a minute. We have somebody else coming in. They're throwing the referee out. Then we've got Savannah Souza coming into the ring. They hit Playboy Rocky Raymond with the belt. I don't know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I can stay here much longer and put up with this, because this does not look right. There's no reason why this should happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot sit here and put up with this any longer. I cannot. I am going to have to get up and get into the ring myself, because I don't believe that this is right. The Playboy is hurt. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to get into the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by a pin, and still New England heavyweight champion, Rocky Raymond.
Okay, we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. You people have just seen the tape, and right now I have a couple of things to say on my behalf. In all my years of wrestling, I've never come across this kind of a situation with Silvano Souza and the Siberian Hammer. You've seen before the match, the man came in the ring with a sling on his arm. Silvano Souza suckered me into the corner. They attacked me, they abused me, they used me. I had to cancel several of my matches for the New England Championship. Not only that, but they had broken up the belt that I had worn proudly for 2 years, 2 long years, and it took me 2 long nights in a tournament back in New Hampshire where I had won that title 2 years ago. Now it's come down to this, Souza. Souza, you have your problems with the Dungeon Master, and now you're going right back to square one. The neck, there's nothing wrong with the neck anymore, Souza. 3 years of you chasing me around the New England area, I'm chasing you. We had matches, this kind of match, and now, and only now, we're going to have a special bunkhouse tag team match, and I'm signing an open contract for you and the Siberian Hammer also. Just incidentally, in the mail, I got this here in the mail. Special delivery for Rocky. And you know what's inside this envelope? There's a couple of things inside here that are going to change me altogether. Altogether. There's going to be a change. The change has come on. There's going to be a long change. There ain't going to be no more Playboy, okay? I got a pair of glasses here that was sent in. We're going to put these on, okay? There ain't going to be no more Playboy. To replace this collar, we have another collar. We got spikes. Spikes are going to be put on my wrist. On each wrist. Spikes are going to be put on everywhere, and there's no more Playboy. There's no more Playboy. There's no more Playboy left. No more Playboy.
We're right here with the Soul Brother, the Battle Bowl champion, baby.
First time ever.
And we want to tell you something very serious.
Yeah, let's get serious.
I want to talk to all you bullies out there that are bullying people on Facebook, bullying people that you know aren't going to give you any bullying back. But let me tell you something. I want you to stop bullying and be human.
Stop.
Help your friends.
That's right.
Keep it nice. Keep it right.
Keep it
And
right.
watch Empire Pro Wrestling on Wednesday nights from 8 to 9 and 9 to 10. You got it all. You got EPW. You got Legends. You got it all. And you got it right here with me and my man.
All right.
The
The
sweet
Soul Man.
The sweet soul brother. And the Boston Bad Boy, the only one. The Mac Classics from the Boston Garden, the Valiant Brothers. Oh, look at all these legends in the ring. Unbelievable. Johnny's in there. Iron Man, Iron Sheik, Big Sweet Hanson's in there. Dick the Bulldog Brower's outside with Larry Zbyszko. Pat Patterson's in there. Dominic DeNucci's in there. Big Bobby Duncombe. Oh, we got them all. All the great legends. Gorilla Monsoon's in there. The Manchurian Giant. Ivan Putski, Johnny Rodz. Oh, yeah. And it looks like Tony Altamore's in there. One half of the Sicilians from the 50s. Bob Duncombe's in there. Sweet Hanson, the big man. Looks like the Sheik's going to start it right off and start choking somebody. Unbelievable here. Here's the battle. The wild 20-man battle royale. And it's Andre the Giant, the eighth wonder of the world, is in there. Jimmy, Johnny, and Jerry. Bob Sweethead. No, it's not Bob Sweethead. It's Sweet Hanson. Unbelievable action. There's you got Bobby Duncombe in there. Larry Zbyszko's in there. Ivan Putski, the Polish Power. He's in there. Dick the Bulldog Brower. Brower Power. Iron Sheik. The man that beat them all. With Pat Patterson's in there. Went over the top, but come out the middle. Unbelievable action here at the Boston Garden. The great Mac Classics from the Boston Garden. I'm the voice of the Mac Classics from the Boston Garden. Rocky Raymond. Oh yeah, no one's got this footage. Gorilla Monsoon, the Manchurian Giant, 401 pounds, and I think that Bobby Duncombe just went over that top rope. And it's Andre the Giant in there with Pat Patterson. Got him up in a chokehold in the middle of the ring. Oh, look at the man. Raw Bone, Sweet Hanson. Unbelievable. Tony Altamore got Zbyszko. Putski's wandering around. The Sheik's looking for some action. And it's Gentleman Jimmy. Or I should say Handsome Jimmy. All the Valiants are in there. Ted DiBiase. Oh, the big man jumps on the back of Andre the Giant. Sweet Hanson. Ivan Putski's wandering around. Bobby Duncombe's still in there. Gentleman Jimmy. Johnny, Jerry. So many Valiants are in there. They always keep it confused. The Valiant Brothers, the most prestigious tag team. The premier tag team in the WWF. Beat them all. Well, like I was saying earlier, there could have been Savannah Parisi, DiNucci and Rivera, the Mongols, Beppo and Dino. No, the Valiant Brothers. And he goes over the top rope, big Andre the Giant backdrops the big man, Sweet Hanson, over the top. And it looks like Jose Estrada's in there. The legendary Dick the Bulldog Brow is still wandering around. Gorilla Monsoon's in there. Someone just went over the top. It's hard to keep track of all this action at the Boston Garden. One of the greatest battle royals of all time. Boston Garden was known for their great battle royales. Andre the Giant now in there with the Sheik. And the Sheik gets flipped out like a frisbee. And big Andre the Giant flips him over the top rope. We got the Valiants in there. Handsome Jimmy, Luscious Johnny, Gentleman Jerry, Ivan Putski, Bobby Duncombe, Raj and Estrada taking the backdrop, Johnny Rodz. And we got, oh, someone's going out over the top. It looks like Estrada got dropkicked by Johnny Rodz. In the corner, we got Andre the Giant and Gentleman Jerry. Monsoon's in there with Johnny. Oh, looks like Dick the Bulldog Brower ducks out of that one. Johnny and Brower having a couple of words. Gentleman Jimmy's in the corner with Ted DiBiase. And DiNucci's over the top by Monsoon. Gorilla Monsoon, the Manchurian Giant. Now we got a couple men left in the ring. We got Jimmy, Johnny, and Jerry. Andre the Giant. Gorilla Monsoon, the Manchurian Giant, chops Johnny. And in the corner we got Jerry and DiBiase, I believe. And they're going back and forth, and they look like they're going to tag up into a six-man tag here. Monsoon, DiBiase, and the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant, against the Valiant Brothers. Handsome Jimmy, Luscious Johnny, and Gentleman Jerry. A couple of words of wisdom from the team. And Monsoon prowling in like a prowler. The Midnight Prowler, as they call The big man Monsoon he's getting some wind up over the back of Andre the Giant. Oh, he crushed those two men in the far corner. And in the closest corner, we got DiBiase, Monsoon, and Gentleman Jerry. They're trying to get the Valiants up, but they're a very powerful team. Like we mentioned, they ruled the WWF. They were the most flamboyant. Handsome Jimmy. Johnny takes a big chop by Gorilla Monsoon. And it looks like Johnny's upstairs now. He's going upstairs. Top rope action. Jimmy in the, oh, he caught him with that double axe handle now. And Gorilla Monsoon. And it looks like they're going to have their way with the Manchurian Giant going over the top. Oh no, the ring's going to collapse. The ropes have just collapsed. And it's Jimmy Valiant backdropping Ted DiBiase and Johnny. Johnny's trying to make a tool out of that top rope. Trying to pull it off now as Gentleman Jerry and Jimmy work on Andre the Giant, the 8th wonder of the world in this Battle Royal, over the top Battle Royale. $10,000 going to the winner outside the ring, the referee Eddie Santa Maria. And they're choking on the Giant now, they're bearing down. Oh, the Giant breaks away. Jimmy Valiant don't know what to do. Jerry, Johnny, all three now, the ring looks like it's going to collapse now. The Valiant brothers taking control of Andre the Giant. They're going to work him over. Handsome Jimmy puts a boot to the midsection. And he's trying to get the Giant up. And there he goes, another big boot by Jimmy. Jimmy hitting him hard now. Oh, there's no rope to hit there as he runs in. Oh, another right hand to the side of the head of the Giant. And Jimmy now. Oh, he takes a big boot to the side of the kisser. Jimmy over the top. Collision. There goes Johnny. There's only one man left. Big brother Jerry. Gentleman Jerry's in there with the 8th wonder of the world. Unbelievable. Jerry. Oh, a crashing. Oh, that's an unbelievable crash on the side of the head. Turn him around now. Oh, a swallowing headbutt. He swallowed him up with that one. Now he's going to set him up with a big atomic drop like nobody can do over the top. And the winner of the fall of the match. The 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. Unbelievable here in Boston. The Boston Garden Mat Classics. Andre the Giant. And the crowd here in Boston going wild for the 8th wonder of the world. There he is, Andre the Giant. Great mat action here from the Boston Garden on the best of the Valiant brothers. Coming right at you right now. Here's another hot tag team. Johnny V, better known as Luscious Johnny, and Baron Mikel Cicluna in the ring against Tony Garea and Larry Zbyszko. Another great tag team in the WWF. Many tag teams. Garea with a shoulder tackle now. They both bear into each other. Two freight trains. Baron Mikel filling in for one of the Valiants. Could it be Jerry? Could it be Jimmy who signed the contract? And Zbyszko comes in like a house of fire on the big Baron, throwing his arms everywhere. The big Baron Mikel Cicluna. Got the big leg of the Baron. Baron Mikel Cicluna from the Isle of Malta. Larry Zbyszko, protege of Bruno Sammartino. And the referee for this one, Eddie Santa Maria. Trying to make a tag on Garea now into the midsection. A right hand to the side of the head of the Baron. Oh no. Got him in a leg split now. Larry Zbyszko down across the midsection of Baron Mikel Cicluna. Here comes Johnny. Johnny in the ring now against Larry Zbyszko. Big tag now, looks like Garea and the Baron. There's a quick one. Tony Garea and Larry Zbyszko steal that one. Here's a big one. Here's a big one. Johnny and Jerry Valiant versus Ivan Putski and Dominic DeNucci. A night of terror in Boston. I believe there was still cage scheduled for the main event. And the semifinal was Dominic DeNucci and Ivan Putski against the Valiant brothers. The most flamboyant tag team in all of professional wrestling we mentioned earlier. There might have been the Midnight Rockers. There might have been all the Midnight Express. Could have been your Sisters Express. It doesn't matter. The Valiants were the best tag team, the most flamboyant. It could have been Eric Embry and some other goof as the Hollywood Blondes copying the Valiant brothers. But there was only one team known as the Valiant brothers. They traveled to the AWA. Later on in the career of Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man, down in the NWA. Johnny Valiant retired and went into what they call the Comedy Act in New York City from Manhattan.
all the way down to the Bronx, all the way around again. He's doing his comedy show. Luscious Johnny. Oh, yeah. And we got Johnny and Jerry in here tonight against Danucci and the Polish Power. And ducking out from that one was the Italian man. Oh, yeah. Dominic Danucci. One of the most powerful forearms in all of Polish. Oh, he was in the tag team scene. If he wasn't with Bruno, he was with Victor Rivera. He held the tag team champions with Victor Rivera, as well as Pat Barrett, Irish Pat Barrett. And in the ring now is gentleman Jerry working on Johnny Valiant. And Eddie Santa Maria looks on, trying to get a tag now, Dominic, on the Polish one, Polish Power. This is the best of the Valiant brothers. You can't get it anywhere but here. On the great Mac Classics from the Boston Garden. And I'm the voice of the Mac Classics from the Boston Garden, Rocky Raymond. Bringing you all this great footage. Oh yeah, it's on film, so you gotta watch it quick. Don't get up and go to the bathroom unless you put it on pause, because you might miss a pinfall. All this great action, all the great tag teams in the WWF, as we mentioned earlier, might have been Beppo and Guido the Mongols, might have been Taj and Tyler and Luke Graham, could have been the Mad Russians, could have been Putski and Santana, could have been Martel and Tom Zink, the Can-Am Connection, could have been the great Tito Santana and Nick Martel as Strike Force, but there was only one flamboyant team in all of the WWF. It was the Valiant Brothers, Handsome Jimmy, Luscious Johnny, with their manager Captain Looney Lou Albano, and Putski's going crazy on Jerry. Johnny's backing off in the corner, and he's getting a little taste of the Polish Power. Unbelievable action here in Boston. They can't control this madman. And the power of 21 jackhammers. It's Polish Power, Ivan Putski. He's going crazy on Gentleman Jerry. Goes into that top turnbuckle in the far corner as well. And Johnny just getting out of the way. Getting a big boot to the chest now. It's Johnny Valiant. Handsome Jimmy, Luscious Johnny, the Valiant Brothers, Gentleman Jerry. They're getting their clock clean now by Ivan Putski, the Polish Power from Krakow, Poland, with the Italian stallion, number one man to beat to get to Bruno, Dominic Danucci. Oh yeah. And Putski pokes the eyes of Johnny Valiant. Oh, shades of Chief J. A couple of tag matches with Strongbow, and Putski picked up the chop. Two titans colliding in the middle of the ring now. Gentleman Jerry, Handsome Johnny now. They're going to roll the boat. They're going to roll the boat down the shore. Ivan Putski and Dominic Danucci. The strength of 10 Italian dinners and 4 Italian women. Dominic Danucci. Big backdrop now on Johnny V. And just the two count now as Gentleman Jerry comes in now. Abdominal stretch now on Johnny. Here comes Jerry. And Putsi's going to run him out. Oh, a big shot to the side of the head of Gentleman Jerry. And Polish Power. Unbelievable action here. Off the ropes again now. Oh, big boot now. Looks like they're going to hold his legs. Gentleman Jerry, watch, Gentleman Jerry. Quick.
We're right here. Oh, yeah, you were right here with the ladies EPW champion. Can you believe it? She's right here at Revere TV, your source of community cable with who? The Boston bad boy, Rocky Raymond. That's right. Keep it tight. Keep it here each and every night on Wednesday nights. And Wednesday night, we got all the time slots. What are they, Amber?
8 to 9.
That's right. And that's the legends of pro wrestling. And then from 9 to 10, we got what? Empire Pro Wrestling from 9 to 10, and we're doing it right here with who? The ladies EPW champion. Can you believe it? Wow. I mean, I'm just elated to have you here in Revere. I can't believe it. I touched that belt. It's unbelievable. You did a great job, and you're coming back right here. And we wanted to watch it with who? The ladies EPW champion. Tell them, Amber. Tell them.
Come down and see me retain this belt August 20th at the Marshfield Fair.
Be there.
Introducing, with a combined weight of 445 pounds, jumping jokes of all his partner, Al Perez, the Rock and Roll Wrecker. Their opponent, hailing from New York, weighing 268 pounds, Diamond Jim. And from Bad Street, East Boston, weighing in 261 pounds, Frankie Hula.
Savoli and Perez out against Diamond Jim and Frankie Goulart. This will be our main event on today's program. And joining me here at Mike's side, an old friend of mine, well, not too old, the editor of Main Event Wrestling Magazine, George Napolitano. George, welcome to International Championship
Wrestling. It's great here. It's great to come here, Les, and see you again. It's been quite some time we got together.
It's been a while. And, of course, I mentioned to the fans all throughout the taping that we're getting some of the top pros from around the country. We've seen Schultz, we've seen Sullivan, we've seen Cologne, the Sheep Herders, the Invaders, and, of course, coming up very soon, we've got the Samoans coming in, Angelo Musk, a lot of top talent.
And Dory Funk also.
Yes.
Some of the best talent I've seen is really here today.
And George, I know, of course, you cover a lot of these wrestlers in your magazines, and your publishing company, I mentioned Main Event, but you have other magazines as well. Would you like to rattle
those? Yes, we do. We do Wrestling All-Stars, Wrestling Scene, and Ringside Magazine. And I've also just done a hardcover book called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. All right, very good. So that's a hardback, right?
Yes, it is.
It's a half by 10 format, am I correct?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So you'll be wanting to look for that, fans, on your newsstands, The Good and the Bad and the Ugly. It's put out by, I believe, George Napolitano, along with Bert Sugar. Bert Sugar, right, who's a longtime wrestling writer and boxing, right, sure. Sure. So, and George has joined us to cover for his magazines some of the action tonight, and of course, these two young fellas here, George, the Rockers, Perez and Savoli. This is the kind of young wrestling talent that just keeps the sport growing all the time.
Yes, I've seen them in Puerto Rico. They are very good. They work very well together. Young, talented. I think both of them have a very good future.
Of course, with Joe, it's hereditary. It runs in the family, right? Second-generation wrestler. The whole family has been involved at one level or another, refereeing, wrestling, and promotion.
Of course, Mario and Angelo. Of course, Angelo was a world's junior heavyweight champion.
Right, right. And of course, you know, I think these young fellas, I like to see it. It's been so quick coming. Beautiful move by Savoli. But Perez and Savoli, it seems like, although it usually takes tag teams quite a long time to start gelling as a team, these young guys, it's like they're almost born in the same crib, and they just, it was quick. They worked well together from the very beginning. And of course, it's created a great thing in as much as they're now the World Tag Team Champions.
They started together in September in Puerto Rico, in the Caribbean. We've seen them there in St. Thomas, St. Croix, many of the islands. They've been wrestling quite.
You're running off all these vacation spots. Can I go to work for Main Event Magazine? Obviously, it's a better traveling schedule than mine.
Well, here, you're in a hot spot of the world right here tonight.
Of course, we are seeing some great wrestling talent. George, we're talking about some top wrestlers. What do you think? Cologne has finally gotten Funk to sign for defense of the Universal title, which he won from Carlos, and that should maybe be the match of 1985 as far as international wrestling is concerned.
I would have to say so. Funk, as you know, was a former NWA World Champion, and Funk is exceptional, real tough. Carlos has had that Universal belt for almost a year and a half. He got it from Abdullah, in fact, in Puerto Rico.
So Carlos, I know I mentioned earlier that I had talked to him, and since the contract's been signed, he says he's sleeping a little better, but he's not letting up on the intensity of the workouts.
Well, Funk can really give it to him.
He's a tough, experienced veteran, there's no doubt about that, and once he has a title, it's a tough title to wrestle away from.
Well, Funk comes from a long line of, you're talking about families.
Really?
Funk
Brothers?
family?
Sure, fathers, so it's... and we see Gullo with a body slam.
It's Diamond Jim coming in here, right?
Yes, and they're, of course, the Rockers are spotting these two big fellas some weight, but they make up for that, I think, with their great speed.
But you should know that yourself. You went against, in your career, when you used to wrestle, you went against many guys bigger than yourself, too.
Well, you know, that's, I don't know if I was running out of sight and just trying to stay ahead of the game. But you're right. When you're spotting a man weight, if you don't have the speed...
There you go. Look at this one.
Oh, beautiful move. And notice as he threw it, too, he rolled right out of the way. So there was no chance of Big Jim coming down on top of him. Joe, a very agile wrestler. And you can see the difference in size here, but you can see Savoli with the tenacity of a bulldog right in there digging with him. Gentleman Jim comes in with the elbow. And Diamond Jim now scoops Savoli, goes for the body slam, and takes him to center ring and makes the tag to his partner. But I think, George, you know, we've seen a lot of tag team wrestling here, and I keep mentioning to the fans that certainly you, I think, would know from traveling all around the country, you're seeing more wrestlers than I am. That obviously the key is the way a team works, and I think that's personified by watching the Sheepherders and now the Rockers tonight.
Now, you were talking about tag team. It seems to me there's a resurgence in tag teams in the early 60s and early part of 70s, too. Tag teams were popular. Then they died down, and now they really come back in style.
It is coming back. It seems like maybe once every 10 years or so, right? The tag team wrestling takes a big resurgence.
Diamond Jim just went flying on that one.
Jim out of the floor nursing that shoulder, as you can see there on your screen.
And right now, it's Perez with a sleeper on Gullah.
And unless he finds a way to break it, I'd say it's bye-bye. Simone in to help out. The drop kick on Diamond Jim. Down he goes. Perez still hanging on.
I called it.
That's it. That's going to be it. With the sleeper, it's going to be Al Perez winning it for the Rockers over Frankie Gullah. There you have it, the Rockers. Perez and Simone, your winners over Diamond Jim and Frankie Gullah. And George, we want you to stick around, come back and see some more matches with us. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much, Les. It was nice talking to you.